Hello everyone, a warm welcome to you to my YouTube channel Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabriel. Really great to have you join me. I'm going to be doing a monthly card reading for Aquarius, and this is for July. So as you know, if you have visited my channel before, and if you haven't, I do weekly readings, monthly readings for the zodiacs, and also love readings for every month for each zodiac sign. So do check out my channel for the playlists and you'll be able to find your particular reading that you're after. Now just remember, these readings are general in nature, so they're not going to resonate with everyone. But I'm fairly confident, if you've been drawn to the channel, that you are going to find some beautiful gems of wisdom that are going to help you on your way. At Living with Spice, the purpose of this channel is not to give you quick fixes, or answers to everything, but rather Spirit is working with you to guide you as you are experiencing different events that are unfolding in your life, and to help you understand the energies around that and how you can make the best choices going forward. So it is a learning space, a growing space, and it very much is about the soul lessons that we're having and our soul journey. So if you are finding that you are enjoying these reads and you are benefiting from them, don't forget to let me know and give the video a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. I love to hear what it's meaning for you. Share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and that way you'll get a notification. You've got to click the bell every time I post a video. Alright Aquarius, let's get into your reading, your monthly reading for July, which will give you a beautiful overview of what is likely to happen for you. And I do encourage you to come back during the month to watch the video a few times, because we tend to forget the details of the messages that are coming through, and it's there to assist us to understand as things are unfolding and how we can apply the wisdom that Spirit is giving us. All right, let's see what's in store for you. So Aquarius, we're just going to see what energy is in store for you over the month of July, what events are likely to unfold for you. So we're going to get a general theme for what is happening. So thank you, Spirit. We're just going to pull a few cards here for Aquarius for the month of July. It's quite large cards, so they're difficult to shuffle, but I always sage and shuffle all of my cards before a reading to make sure the energy is clear. Thank you, Spirit. I don't do reversals. Aquarius. So we have at the start of the month you're kind of in preparation mode here. You've got plans about how you'd like things to unfold going forward, and there is very much an energy of you starting a new cycle in your life, a fresh start, a fresh beginning. So in the beginning we've got here you sort of making plans, counting your finances, your resources, your coins, feeling quite confident about the skill set that you have, and sort of like we're kind of doing a bit of a stock take, an assessment of where you're at, and that's helping you to plan the future going forward, plan to make the next steps. You're very focused on your journey and what it is that you want to achieve, and people are sort of acknowledging, affirming your talents and skills, which is great, but still you remain focused. I feel that there's going to be plenty of opportunities for you, and that there is a sense of things going to be growing and expanding for you, Aquarius, going into July. We've got this Three of Cups energy around you of celebrating, so it feels like you are in a really good zone, connected with what it is that you want to do. A lot of people are supporting you, things to celebrate, good times. Yeah, so you've got support for what it is that you want to achieve, and it's like you are gathering around you your tribe, people who want to follow you, people who want a little bit of what you've got to offer, which is really great. Now we've got the devil energy that's coming out here. And I feel like this is sort of like the lull before a big change that is going to happen. So just be careful, be aware of the energies surrounding you. Be aware that you are not blindsided to something that you need to know. Be aware of the people who are showing an interest in you and be aware of their agenda. So I'm sure that's going to play out in the reading. We'll see what comes from that. And certainly we've got this energy of rebirth happening in your life. I feel like there is a big change coming your way. There is a sense of newness, that you're going down a path that's new, a little bit unfamiliar. However, I do feel that what it is that you're working towards is going to be very prosperous for you. You're moving into a time and a cycle where things are going to produce abundance for you going forward. And so there is definitely a time during July where you are creating that switch, you're transitioning into this new cycle. But I'd like to sort of get a little bit more clarity around how that's unfolding. So I feel that we've been given the theme of what is going to be playing out for you, Aquarius. It's very interesting energy. So give us a little bit more information about what is being celebrated here. Got a lot of people around you. I feel like it's more like people who are following you and want some of what you've got. They're liking what it is that you have to offer. Yeah, so we've got, you're reaching this time of change and transition. So we've got the Queen of Fire, and it is sort of activating your creative energy, which is fabulous. So Spirit is saying now is the time for you to stretch your wings and fly, and not to underestimate your ability, which I don't feel that you are, but it's a really great reminder, because here you are taking stock of what it is that you can do. You're working very diligently on a plan and on a project. And Spirit is saying, keep going with this. Do what you can to add to that creative energy. And now is your time. This is your moment. So it is about you standing up for what it is that the path you want to take, your independence. You know, it's almost like you're breaking away. You're breaking away from what has been. Ah, right. Okay, so you're breaking away from what previously has been energy that has held you back and not allowed you to be your independent self. Now I understand. Okay. So, and some of that energy has been sort of like the pull of other people and their energy and influence has not necessarily been healthy for you. It hasn't enabled you to do your own thing. So Aquarius, we're recognizing that you really just don't want to really be bothered by all of this other energy around you. You just want to get on with doing your own thing. And that's very important to you. And that's why you're experiencing this rebirth, this shift into a new cycle in your life. Part of the energy that's been surrounding you has kept you dulled, has kept you in this lull, and it's not enabled you to see the best of who you can be. So it's been a heavy energy. Other people have drained your energy. So I'm just now realizing that these two these two energies here represent toxic energy, energy that's been draining you and not allowed you to be your authentic and independent self. And so you are ready to break free from that energy and do your own thing, which is the rebirth here, and you focused on what it is that you want to create. So Spirit is saying, awesome, that's great. Now is the time. Get into that beautiful Queen of Fire energy, which is you sparking all of your creativity and owning this space, like traveling down your path and really honoring what it is that's true for you. Go for it. Spirit is saying, go for it. It's now is your time. Assert your independence and your creativity. We've got the Ten of Water, which represents fulfillment and abundance and feeling contented. So it seems to me that you do manage to get yourself into that space and going, oh, finally, I finally found my zone, my happy place. And so you're feeling like your emotional needs are being met. And you're now starting to meet people that are vibing with you, that are trustworthy. They're like-minded. They are your tribe, as opposed to the energy that you've been moving away from, which has been draining you and not really being the true you or representative of the true you. Okay, now we're getting into the swing of it here, Aquarius. That's fabulous. So what else does Aquarius need to know in terms of the energies and moving into this new cycle, this rebirth, it's like you suddenly found your time, space and energy to really go out and be your true self, which you haven't felt like you've been able to do for such a long time. So it feels like a rebirth of you, a rebirth of your soul and your purpose and your energy. So we have the Ten of Earth, which is fabulous. It means that you are creating abundance in your life. Things are starting to come together for you financially. You make that transition from one physical place to another. So I don't know whether you're moving jobs, moving out of a job, doing your own thing, whether you're moving home or location, your environment around you is changing. It's shifting into something that resonates more with your purpose and what you want to focus on. And you're finding your energy has lifted and you're starting to become very grateful for everything around you at the moment. So this is the Ten of Earth energy. You're just feeling very connected with family, friends, your environment. Things are coming together for you, which is really beautiful. It kind of represents your physical abundance and sense of happiness and wellness and everything flowing well for you. So yes, we've got the card here, Archangel Azrael, which confirms that you are going through a process of moving from one situation in your life to another, ending one phase and beginning a new phase. This is also about your spiritual transformation and who you're understanding yourself to be. There's a lot of soul growth happening here for you, Aquarius, and you recognize now is definitely the time to move on. So we've got the release card here. And your spirit guides and angels are helping you. They're helping to bring things, synchronistic events into place to help you to release. It's not hard. You're not going to have blockages. You may feel sometimes you don't know how to do this, but if you relax around the energy of you having this transition, I feel like it's fated. I feel like the spirit is assisting you with this transition. And if you just focus on the task at hand, one step at a time, doors are just going to open and it's going to flow for you. What else? Thank you, Spirit. This is for the month of July. Finally, it feels like the wheels are turning for you and things are in motion for you, Aquarius. Yeah, so, the five of Earth is about the five is about change and transition, what you're leaving behind and how you're moving forward. Sometimes it's hard to know how to do that. So during this process of change, accept help from other people. Don't be afraid. Don't let fear set in and be worried about the how-to. We worry about the money, the loss of money, not having enough money, how am I going to manage this transition, and we start to get into fear energy. look, that's kind of normal and expected, but you're not staying in that energy. This is just what's required in terms of making the transition from here to here. You've got to go through it. You can't go around it. You can't skip it. You've got to go through this period of transition. So, you know, be wise enough to accept the help that's around you. Ask for advice when you need to, or knowledge if you don't have the knowledge around something. And, you know, just accept the fact that, you know, uncertainty is part of this process, but just trust and have faith. Ask for your spirit guides to give you some assistance and some light to help show you the way. Thank you, Spirit. What else do you have to help Aquarius with lighting the way through this period of transition? What does Aquarius need to know about the process of transitioning from one to another? This is about you wanting to be more independent and following your path of what really makes you happy and recognizing your own strengths and abilities. Part of the journey is requiring you to really see things clearly. Don't be, if you can avoid blocking off what needs to be seen, what is true for you. Make sure that as you're moving forward, you pay attention to what is true for you. So you will need to go within sometimes to reflect and to ask yourself the question, does that sit right with me? Is that true for me? Does that represent who I am? And that's going to help you gain clarity for the pathway forward. If you don't go within to ask yourself those questions, you can get a lot of noise around you, which is everybody pulling at you and wanting a piece of you. And it's kind of like a lot of noise that you won't be able to hear or see clearly. Don't pretend to be someone that you're not. You really have to step out of pretending to be okay with something if you're not okay. You also need to be truthful to the people around you. At some point you have to take that mask off and go, you know what, this is actually not okay for me anymore. I'm going to be doing my thing. So we can see here the owl represents clear seeing. The window here represents you needing to speak your truth and to really spend some time looking within to make sure that you are aligned with what's true for you. And, you know, at some point you need to remove this mask. You also need to see the masks of others. So the whole purpose of this card is to help you to be more aware of what is true and what isn't true. What's true energy, what's false energy. People do wear a lot of BS around them, if you don't mind me saying. But you don't have time for that. You really need to cut to the chase here. Be very clear about what it is that you want in your life, what is true for you, and to see through the mask of others and to drop your own mask, so to make sure that you are following your own intuition. Again, this card here is learning to be able to discern what is true for you and what isn't. So we've got choice. Choice comes up, you know, the black, the white. And we often get offered something, and, you know, it can be presented to you in a way that could be interesting, but you really need to see through that, and you really need to come back to what is true for you. Because if something does come up during July, you may have a choice to make, and it may be that that particular choice that's being offered is not the one for you. So I feel that you need to sort of really check in with yourself again, go within. Does this feel right for me? Does it resonate with me? Is there balance in the situation? You know, are you looking at both sides of the fence here? Are you looking at the pros and cons around this situation? And that's an important part of the process, the how-to, is to make sure that you're seeing everything And if you're not sure and you have an element of uncertainty, go and ask, get some advice. So make sure that you're seeing everything that needs to be seen, that you're seeing the truth of the matter, that you're trusting your intuition around something. If something's not feeling quite right, listen to that intuition, Aquarius, and just check in with yourself. Does it feel right? Now, when something does feel right, we'll feel settled and a bit of peace within. Don't mistake fear energy for being scared about how to move forward. It's about clear seeing, understanding your own purpose. It's not about necessarily always having the answers about how to do something, the steps going forward. We don't always get to see that. It's more about, are you being truthful? Are you seeing clearly why you're doing something and the purpose of what you're doing and your intention and what you want to achieve? That needs to feel clear to you and needs to sit with an element of peace and groundedness in you. And when you do that, when you honour that within yourself and you stay focused on what you know you are skilled to do, then you are going to create this. Happy days. It feels like you are moving towards this sense of achievement. Definitely new beginnings. You are feeling inspired and feeling light-footed. So, when you finally make that break, this feels like the key to your happiness. Finally, I get a fresh start in life. And you've got really some great energy around you. So I wonder what this keyhole is. What is the key to your happiness? Do you understand what that key to your happiness is? Have you asked yourself that question? What is it that truly makes you happy? It's usually when we're doing what we love. Quite often we doubt our own abilities, but it's that very thing that we find easy and lifts our energy. When we're doing what we love, that's where our strength and ability is. That's the key to what we're supposed to be doing, our soul path, our soul purpose. So keep that in mind as you're moving forward. All right, so a little bit more guidance from Spirit. We're going to use the Psychic Tarot deck here for the pathway forward. Okay, so we've got the Balance card coming out here. I feel that you have what it is that you need in terms of the tools. So don't doubt whether this is the right timing, Aquarius. It is the right timing. You've got everything that you need to make this change. You just got to make sure that you keep your energies balanced, your focus balanced. Don't go off on a tangent and forget other aspects of your life. Ask Spirit to help you with that guidance, to make sure you're covering all of your bases. And do things with moderation. Don't go, for instance, spending all your money in one particular area to follow your dream. Just sort of make sure that what you're doing is coming from a balanced perspective, and that when you make decisions and you're moving forward, that you are feeling balanced within yourself, that your energy is balanced, that you're not feeling any extremes of emotion, or you're not responding to something when you're upset or just really come from a place of peace when you go to make decisions and move forward. So there's beautiful balance here. We've got the wand, the pentacles, the cups, and the sword, which represents, your communication, your sense of emotional fulfillment, your financial aspects, the passion that you have for getting up and doing things. It's really important to cover all of these bases and to apply energy in all of those ways, and to check in with yourself. Do you feel clear about things? Do you have a clear understanding? Does it emotionally fulfill you? Is it going to make sure that your physical and financial needs are met? Do you feel that you are leading yourself, that you are following your true path and taking steps towards that? So we have the waiting game. So as we're going through the process of change, yes, not everything happens overnight. We have to understand that we are spiritual beings in a physical realm. So we do need to work with spirit for things to come together over a period of time. So part of the journey involves you being patient and waiting and working with spirit for the right timing around things. And so sometimes that may feel frustrating to you. But, you know, I have to just say, Aquarius, it's part of the process. But don't lose hope. Don't feel that you're not making progress. You are. Some things just take time, and we don't always see movement happening on the surface. Movement and growth and change can often be happening beneath the surface. But just keep going. Things are unfolding. There's a divine timing around this. And you do need to trust that, you know, there are things being put into place that you may not necessarily see under the surface of things. And eventually you are celebrating. You are celebrating good times. You make this break. I feel that a lot of this celebration is even that feeling of celebration within yourself. That's, I've done it. I've made it. I'm on the right path. There is a sense of relief here. Plenty of things to celebrate. I feel that you've I want to say struck gold, but everything's fallen into place for you, and you go, oh, this is it. I'm on the right path finally, and there's a sense of relief. And that relief is like you're finally stepping into this new world. Look at this beautiful announcement that's happening here. And yeah, I just kind of feel that, hooray, I've done it, and you're sharing your joy about the change that you've made with other people, which is fabulous. Great to be able to share that beautiful energy. So I'm just going to pull some cards from the Enchanted Map deck here, Aquarius. There's still more to come here. Any obstacles on the way for Aquarius? So remembering to take a balanced approach, to be patient with the process. Definitely you know that you're honouring your journey. I think it's not about deciding. You already know. You've kind of already decided that it's time to move on. You know that. So there is, part of this is about the how to go through this process. Yeah, I think that's more where you're feeling like you need some advice. Okay. I love this. Slow and steady is what Spirit is saying. Slow and steady. So, you know, be patient. It's a waiting game. Be patient with the process. That's how you do this, Aquarius. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race. You already know that you're doing this. Slow and steady. Take a balanced approach. Love it. And just trust. Not everything is revealed immediately. There is a process here for this transition. But you're certainly on the way. Yeah. In the early days, it's just really pulling away from the toxic energy of what was and honouring your own path, and then just spending a little bit of time really being honest with yourself about where you need to focus on what's true for you. What else, Spirit? Yeah, the talisman. So again, the path is not always completely clear. It's twisty and windy, but Spirit is giving you signs along the way. And you need to sort of keep your energy clear so that you recognise the signs. So it's like a little lantern to help guide you along the way. And that's going to be important for you, because part of the process is you're stepping into the unknown. This is a new pathway for you. So you're not going to immediately get all the information up front. So we do need to trust, and we need to see the signs, you know, and just keep one step forward, one step forward, one step forward. You have all you need for your success. And we can see that from this card here. When you trust in your wisdom and you trust in spirit, you get the light that you need so you don't trip over and make mistakes. It helps to clear the pathway for you. It also helps you to recognize those people who are meant to be with you on the journey and those people who are not. So in the beginning, I felt like these people here represent people from the past who are pulling at your energy, and they're not the kind of people that you want to have around you. But as you move forward, you're attracting the kind of people who are going to be there to support you. I feel like you need to trust your choices. Great fortune is awaiting for you. And you have the wisdom to make the right decisions at the moment. So I feel that you need to rely on your intuition, past wisdom, past success, past experiences, and listen to spirit. And move tentatively. Don't be tempted to rush forward. You've had, several cards here that are urging you to go slow and steady and to be patient with the process. So I feel that spirit is saying, don't rush forward, because you might trip and fall and, move off the pathway. Take it slow and steady. Be observant. Trust your intuition, and wait for the signs, the signals to help show you the way. That's good. That's sensible advice when you're going down a pathway that you haven't been before. So let's use our common sense around this, shall we? Let's take a look at the Earth Magic deck to see what else perhaps you cannot yet see that needs to be revealed for the pathway forward. So you've been guided to take a slow, steady approach here to the change, in order for the change to work in your favour. Okay, so we can see that it does, that you're coming to some abundance in your life and sense of fulfillment, which is wonderful. So there's no need to doubt that you're heading in the right direction, because at the end of this you are celebrating, all right? But how to get there is the message for your reading, Aquarius. Slow and steady, watch for the signs. Yes, going with the ebb and flow. I don't know whether, Aquarius, you have a tendency to be impatient or that you want to speed things up because you've had enough. I'm not sure. But, the universe you need to work with spirit and the universe and to go with the flow, because it means that you'll have an easier time and manifest what it is that you want in the right timing and in the best energy. So going with the flow is really important, and stay focused on that beautiful sunrise, the goal of what you're wanting to achieve and how good that's going to feel for you as you're moving forward. Look, change and transition is not always smooth. Yes, we have the ups and the downs. We have the good days and we have the stormy days. Is that what we want? Okay. And it's just like surfing the waves rather than allowing ourselves to get bogged down in them. Is surf those waves, go with it. You're making progress. You're definitely making progress. And what we mean by surfing those waves is don't resist the way things are unfolding. Sometimes the energy will push you along, other times it'll fall back a little bit. Just be patient with the process, and just let go of trying to control everything. You are definitely you're changing seasons in your life, but we can't make the leaves fall off the trees any faster, nor can we stick them on. Okay, so there's a process here that you just need to take your hands off the wheel and let go, and allow the universe to organize things with the right timing. And your energy, you just need to relax into this, release into it, and don't be afraid about what you can't see and what you don't yet know. We know the sun comes up every day. We know that the seasons change. Trust in that you are heading in the right direction. And you are coming to a sense of completion anyway. You know that things are finishing up. One stage in your life is coming to a close and you are starting a new life. So, in order for you to go through the transition, it's important to wrap things up properly. We can't just wake up one morning and go, bang, I'm out of here. There is a process to close things up, to close the cycle, finish the cycle in the best way possible. And the full moon is representing closing up that cycle and finishing that to its proper completion, so that you feel that you've done all that you need to do to tie up loose ends and to be on your way. So I think that is just as important to finish a cycle well as it is to start a new cycle, rather than being impatient to want to going from A to B, in 2 seconds flat. So again, Spirit is asking you to do this in the right sequence and allow for the right timing, so that you are leaving on good terms, or you're feeling a sense of completion and you feel good about that cycle. You don't want to leave something half done or not feeling good. You want to feel good about ending that cycle. Just because we're moving from one cycle to another doesn't mean that it was bad and that you're going to something good, although it could mean that. But you want to honour that period of time and that cycle in your life and the purpose of that cycle. You want to honour that period and finish it off well, in order to be in the best energy with clarity and focus for the journey going forward, to move into the new cycle. And that way you are, doing the transition with the right amount of energy and the right amount of timing, and from a balanced point of view. You're bringing a lot of tools and wisdom and experiences with you on the journey. So you want to do this with balanced energy and the right kind of approach. Lovely. What else? What else needs to be shared? All right, so Aquarius, I'm going to ask Spirit with the Light Seers Tarot here. Is there a particular message that's standing out for you at this time? Well, that was quick. Is that what we want? The Judgment card. Okay, there's a particular message for you at this point. That soul message, soul lesson is the Judgment card. So, I do feel that, there's a number of messages around this. First of all, releasing is part of you moving and closing up the cycle in your previous life. So in terms of self-judgment, balance, okay, part of the cycle that you have been in, and that the soul lesson that you've needed to learn, is to really overcome and master the self-criticism that you've had in the past and the self-judgment which has blocked you. It has caused you to be in stagnation for a long time and disempowered you under a veil of illusion that you are something that is anything less than who you truly are. So part of you moving from this old season into this new season of your life is to let that energy go and to let those old self-beliefs go, and truly to honour the real you, and to really go, you know what? So you see here at the bottom there, you're going through a spiritual transformation, and Spirit is walking with you to help you. It's time to move on, and moving on is not just a physical move on, it's spiritually accepting that you are way more than what you've been giving yourself credit. It's time to let go those old thoughts, old beliefs about yourself from the past, and to truly honour the real you. Now, a lot of that means also you setting yourself free, allowing your spirit and your soul to speak your truth, for you to express your truth. Judgment is about balance, freedom, equilibrium in your life, being the truth of who you are. And I feel like this spiritual transformation that you're going through and the decision to move from here to here is about you honouring your truth and honouring the real person, so that you have this beautiful energy of finally being you, and you don't really give any mind to what anybody else thinks. You're just so happy to be you. And it sets you free. It sets your soul free in terms of releasing from this entrapment, this heavy energy of being, asleep, unconscious almost, and you're setting yourself free from that for a new beginning in your life, Aquarius. It's amazing energy, a beautiful message for you, and it's a journey that you need to move through mindfully and slowly, and allowing things to unfold at the right timing for you, and to allow the natural organic process of time and growth and movement to happen in its right timing, which is not always our timing. We've got to work with the universe and spirit for these things to unfold. I think this is the crux of what is going to be happening for you in July, Aquarius. So let's finish off the reading with a nice blessing from these beautiful Namaste cards to send you on your way, Aquarius. Don't forget to come back to look at the reading to be reminded of the different phases that you'll go through throughout the month, and how to honour your journey, how to go through this change. Oh, we've got butterflies here in a tree. Beautiful transformation. Okay. All right. So that's the picture. Spiritual growth, transformation happening for you. The need to stay grounded and rooted too, Aquarius. And that is, a slow, steady, grounded energy that will really help you through this process. It's not a fast energy. It's, perhaps a little different to the air sign energy that you're used to, but truly it's a transformative process. It's got a certain timing around it. So the blessing on the back here is called Sunlight Blessing. A ray of light bursts through the cloud of uncertainty and darkness, transforming to light. A new day is born and the first buds of spring appear. You are blessed with the birth of something new. A new season of your life begins with this very special blessing. And isn't that what this reading has been about for you? A new season in your life. How beautifully inspiring. So Aquarius, that is your reading for the month of July. It's a great reading. Very, very exciting for you. So enjoy the process. Be patient with the process. I wish you well, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.